Hi, I'm Jamie Houghton. I am based in New York. I am not a member of Actors Equity, nor do I have a driver's license or reliable transportation or housing in California. Thank you so much. My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break when I did him at disadvantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy as wild geese at the creeping fowler eye, or russet-pated chuffs, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly. And at our stamp here, o'er and o'er one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears, thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there, when in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass. My liege, I did deny no prisoners, but I remember when the fight was done, when I was dry with rage and extreme toil, breathless and faint, leaning upon my sword, came there a certain lord, neat and trimly dressed, fresh as a bridegroom, and his chin, new reaped, showed like a stubble land at harvest home. He was perfumed like a milliner, and twixt his finger and his thumb he held a pouncet box, which ever and anon he gave his nose and tooked away again, who therewith angry when it next came there, took it in snuff. Achoo! And still he smiled and talked, and as the soldiers bore dead bodies by, he called them untaught knaves, unmannerly to bring a slovenly unhandsome course betwixt the wind and his nobility. With many holy day and lady terms he questioned me. Amongst the rest, demanded my prisoners in your majesty's behalf. I then, all smarting with my wounds being cold, to be so pestered with a popinjay out of my grief and my impatience, answered neglectingly, I know not what he should or he should not. For he made me mad to see him shine so brisk and smell so sweet and talk so like a waiting gentlewoman of guns and drums and wounds, God save the mark, and telling me the sovereignest thing on earth, which was parmacetti for an inward bruise, and that it was great pity, so it was, that this villainous saltpeter should be digged out of the bowels of the harmless earth, which many a good tall fellow had destroyed so cowardly. And but for these vile guns, he would himself have been a soldier. This bald, unjointed chat of his, my lord, I answered indirectly. As I said, and I beseech you, let not his report come current for an accusation betwixt my love and your high majesty.